for you. Are you an extrovert or introvert person?
Sometimes I extrovert and sometimes I introvert.
So you are ambivert. So you are, let me share my screen. Okay. So you think you are ambivert.
Ambivert.
So, yeah, of course. So ambivert, someone who has features of both an introvert and extrovert person. So both of them. Sometimes, I don't know, something like outgoing and sometimes really introvert. So you are ambivert. Okay, well, so how about your husband? So introvert or extrovert?
Maybe he is introvert.
Okay, okay. And do you think actually an introvert and extrovert person can be a good couple, or you think no, both of them should have similar characters and personalities?
I think one is extrovert and one introvert will be a good couple.
Ah, of course, they can complete each other, you mean?
Complete each other,
Yeah,
yes.
of course, very good. Well, actually, we're gonna watch a video. So let's watch this video together, and after that, I will ask you a few questions related to the video. So let me share my screen again to watch this video. Okay. And one moment. Okay, let's get started. Just, we're watching the video and you choose your answer. So something that is related to your character, and then we'll discuss them. Okay, keep going. Well, more A or B's?
I give I I write the answer not A and B.
Ah, it's
Oh
okay.
wow.
It's okay. So we
Uh,
can discuss. It's
yes,
okay. So,
but sometimes A,
yeah.
sometimes B.
So let's see. Actually, I want to know if, for example, you got more A's, means you are extrovert. So more B. So we need to count them. So how many A's, how many B's? Okay. So let's see. We'll check the answer.
Yeah, okay.
Extrovert, enthusiastic, confident,
Active. Yeah.
assertive, talkative. Yeah, it's really. Yeah, you are ambivert. A mixture.
Yes, I think so.
Right. Well, okay, so let's talk about your answer. So just let me stop sharing this. Okay, so tell me about your answer. What will you do in each situation? So tell me,
Number
read your
one,
answers.
risk risk taker.
Yeah?
Yeah. I I don't I don't take risk taker.
Yeah?
Risk taker.
You don't take
You
what?
are not. I am not a risk taker.
Oh, you are not. So you don't take risk and you are not risk taker because this one should be used as an adjective. So you are not. Yeah, so this is the first one, B. And the second one.
The second one, I would like to talk to one on one more
Ah,
than to talk to the group
so,
crowd of people. Yeah,
so
maybe
A,
B or
B,
A,
because
B,
yeah, if you like to,
one on one.
yeah, of course. Okay, B, yeah, of course, introvert. Yeah, and the next one.
Um, in the groups, I will go not go first and not go last. I go to in the
Middle.
middle.
Just the middle to control your stress. I know what you mean. Yeah, of course. After maybe 2 or 3 people, it's really easy to talk. Yeah,
Yeah.
and next one.
Number four. Um, I sometimes I don't like to talk, but I like to write to express myself by writing.
Yeah, of course.
Or I share my ideas by message.
Yeah,
Through the message, then more than I talk directly.
yeah, directly.
Maybe B.
Yeah, of course. Well,
And number five. I'm worried I'm talk too much.
why? You don't talk so. Okay, this is so A. Yeah,
Yeah, sometimes I remind myself that don't talk too much.
but you
Uh,
don't. You don't talk, really? You think you talk too much? Not at all. You don't
oh,
talk too much.
oh,
Yeah,
really?
really? Of course.
I
No,
always
never.
remind me in the group or in a conversation. I remind don't talk too much.
No, no way. I think maybe you feel like you've been shy because you don't talk too much at all. So because
Mm-hmm.
normally talk, it's really balanced, not too much. And
Yeah.
I think, yeah, of course, no. Sometimes I think, I don't know, it's like you need to talk more. So I
Maybe.
think something, yeah,
And
of course. So not at all.
uh,
So this one, no, I
maybe
don't think
I
so.
talk. Yeah. I see. I'm. I feel that I talk too much with my parents, with my husband.
It's normal. It's of course it's normal. But about people, so, it's really normal. So of course it's your husband. So the next one.
Okay, the next one in the birthday, I would like to invite my family member and a few of my friends.
Yeah.
Maybe
Okay. So
B.
B, of course, B.
Um, at night when someone call me at 9:30, I will answer.
Yeah. So the combination A.
And I usually say what in my head.
That's perfect. So again, it's like if you
Oh,
think about them. So for example, before talking, you think about what you
yeah,
want to say. So it's like,
yeah.
okay. So B.
B,
Yeah,
B or A.
if you think about what you want to say, be. So it's like, you try to focus on what you want to say. So because you don't want to take risk, it's, yeah, somehow like, you don't want to take risk. So because of this, you plan, you think about it, and then you express your opinion at what you want to say and what you have in your mind. So, but if no, just, you say something that you want without thinking. Of course, normally extrovert people do this. I can just they talk and they don't care if, I don't know
Mhm.
if I thought about it before or no. And the
But
next one, yeah,
the questions is you say what 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 is in your head or you don't say.
yeah, it was like this.
You don't say.
Yeah, let me check
Uh,
because
uh,
number
eight.
8. Let me check. So after calling you, okay, at 9:38. Okay, so do you tend to think about what you're about to
Uh,
say in your head before you actually say it? Yeah, of course. So yes or no. No is A, extrovert, B, introvert. Yes. So yes.
yes, yes.
Okay, well, and the next one.
The next one.
Okay. Now,
Um,
just, yeah.
I
So
think
we
it's
got more B's, I think. So you tend to be, yeah, that was the last one. Okay, so we got more B's. So I think you tend to be more introvert, but, somehow sometimes extrovert. But normally, so we
yeah.
be considered as an introvert person. I am totally extrovert, you know?
Yeah.
So of course,
I think
yeah.
so. Mhm.
Well, okay.
You smile, you laugh a lot. You are energetic.
Yeah, and I can't
Um,
control, it's like, I need to talk. Maybe it's because of my job. I don't know. No, I used to be. Now I remember that since my childhood. So I have to say, so I'm really outgoing. So it's like, I tend to talk to people, but it depends. That is really interesting because, sometimes people think that, okay, I don't like, yeah, I always have a smile, even if I'm
mm,
sad. That is actually a bit confusing. Sometimes I think that, okay, you are sad. Why are you having this? But I can't. It's like, part of my face. I cannot control it, but I'm totally extrovert. Yeah, I'm totally
mhm.
extrovert. And sometimes I think it's better to be a bit introvert. Really, sometimes I want to be, but it's difficult for me. Yeah, I think it's really interesting to be, I don't know, introvert person. I like it. I like this character. Well, okay, so the first word of the session, that is dilemma. Actually, it's can be like difficulty or embarrassment, like, so a situation in which a difficult choice has to be made, but was so like doubt. Two different things you could do. So you are not sure. So it's really difficult. So dilemma can be doubt. Well, and now, have you ever faced, and tell me, when you want to make decision, you can make a decision straight away and, you know, without any doubt, or you normally need to think more and you face, I don't know, something like a really big dilemma.
Maybe when I choose my boyfriend between two men,
No.
I face, yeah.
So that's good, actually. Good news. Because, you know, two people have good characteristics. So you have doubt, you're facing dilemma, okay, which one is better? But normally, actually, you know, we say that, okay, none of them. So choosing boyfriend. Yeah. Yeah, of course, it's like interesting. Well, so when we say dilemmas, as I told you, it's like a situation in which a difficult choice has to be made. So with different things, of course, you could do. Well, I faced a dilemma about whether to accept the offer or not. So, of course, doubt. Well, and we can use verb face, okay, like face difficulties. So you can use. And something can cause, for example, sometimes major decisions, or for example, different situation can cause dilemma. So something causes so that you don't know what to do or what not to do. So it's like sometimes different situations and conditions can cause a dilemma, a major dilemma. For example, in countries. So, okay, the second one, overwhelm, cause someone to feel sudden, strong emotion. So, yeah, of course. Well, it's like, normally, you normally use it like, I am overwhelmed, or I was overwhelmed by all the noises at a party last night. So strong emotion, like, you know, it's too much for you. So it can be sometimes, I don't know, amazing, sometimes no. So just it's something like too much. We say overwhelm, okay? And tell me about the last time and, you know, when that you felt overwhelmed you've been. So why and how?
Yeah, maybe in the Christmas party, I some many years ago, I invited many people in our company to come to uh, hold held a party,
Yeah, yeah,
and I was completely overwhelmed.
of course,
Mm.
of course. So as you can see, according to explanation, so actually, being overwhelmed is, you know, the feeling that, as I told you, it's like strong feeling, and you can't think
Okay.
clearly.
Uh,
You know, sometimes really
uh,
we can't think. It can be because of anything. For example, sometimes, I don't know, I feel really homesick. You know, I
uh,
miss, so I can't think. So I feel I am overwhelmed, okay? So be overwhelmed, okay? So you can't think clearly because of too much feeling and emotions. Okay, well, and let's keep going. Just let me say something about something because we can use it. For example, as I told you, overwhelm can be used as too much. So, too much.
overwhelmed
Yeah,
too
of
much.
course. And you know, for
Mm.
example, if your work or if a problem
In the work.
overwhelms you, it's too much. Or for example, it's too difficult to deal with. So for example, sometimes you say that, okay, this issue, this problem overwhelmed me. So if something overwhelms you, can be a problem, or I don't know, or something, it means it's too much, it's difficult to deal with. So you can use it this way.
Yes.
Okay. Well, and so traumatize. So this one, as you can see. So we have two spelling, just let me explain, with S and with Z. This one is American with Z and S is British. So traumatize with Z is American spelling, traumatize with S is British spelling. So which one you want to use, it's your choice. Okay. Well, so what is the meaning of traumatize? So as you can see, to shock and upset someone, and for a long time, of course, and actually, so for example, you experience something, okay? And this can be a trauma for you. So I was traumatized by the experience, okay? I was, for example, traumatized by the events. For example, nowadays, unfortunately, you know, about the war in Ukraine, Russia, between Russia and Ukraine. So it's something really crucial. So maybe the children of Ukraine, okay, are traumatized, you know, they can't, it's like, you know, it's too much for them. So they actually experience something really crucial and make them really upset. So that is, I try to stretch my comfort zone without completely traumatizing myself. So as you can see, to shock and upset someone severely and for a long time. Okay, so you tell me what you think about this word and tell me about the trauma.
Traumatized.
Yeah.
Traumatized. Mm, I have experience about traumatizing when I saw my sister
Yeah.
um, uh, after she um, said goodbye with her friends, her boyfriend. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Her boyfriend um, have another relationship with her friend in the
Ah,
in class. Yeah,
yeah.
in
So it was like,
and
you know, her boyfriend cheated on your sister with another
yeah,
girl?
my
Yeah.
my
With her best
sister
friend?
have a
Oh,
problem. I have a boyfriend, and she worked work
yeah.
far away from home,
Yeah.
and her boyfriend had another relationship,
Oh,
and she recognized, and she um, traumatized, traumatized
she
herself,
was, yeah, of course, she was
was
traumatized. Of course, she
traumatized.
was, yeah, traumatized. So when she figured out actually that her boyfriend cheated on her with another girl. So this
Yes.
one, yeah, of course, she was. So to be traumatized. And for example, unfortunately, uh, some people, some parents actually, they make their children actually feel a trauma, like, you know, traumatizing a child with an abnormal fear or something like strangers. So actually, it's not really good. So what do you think about this? Traumatizing a child with an abnormal, unusual fear of strangers. For example, it's like, you know, okay, strangers are really dangerous. So do you think it works when actually, and we see that some children, you know, really afraid of talking, even talking to strangers. So of course they need to be aware. But you know, if you know, traumatize. It's like traumatizing child with an unusual, not normal, abnormal fear of stranger. Do you think it's a good idea or it's too much?
No, I don't think that's a good idea. Um, you mean that the parent,
Of course,
that traumatize their
of course,
child?
of course.
Mm,
Of
yes,
course,
I
because
don't. Maybe it's too much. It's very. They say something too serious about it.
yeah, of course, of course. It's like, really, it affects their relationship with people, even their teachers, because of course, teachers can be strangers at first. And so they can't talk, they can't make relationships. So that is really important. So of course, for example, this is another example. So we can traumatize someone to shock them, to make them feel actually too much
Mm,
against something, okay? Or someone can be traumatized. So if you want to use it about yourself, like passive, be traumatized. If no,
mm,
you can use it as a, so you can do it. So you can traumatize someone. Well,
yes.
okay. And this one, as we discussed, means try, endeavor. That is try, to attempt. And you can use it as a verb or noun. So I made a great endeavor for the project. So you can use it as a verb or a noun.
And endeavor.
Of course. So sometimes you can, if actually it's your choice how to use it, just, normally
Mhm.
we use it as a verb. So it's like, we normally say, for example, of course you can say it's like, like really too much effort, attempt, but you can also use it as a verb. So to try.
I met um, um, I met a great in an endeavor.
Yeah,
Endeavor. Yeah. I make a great endeavor to um, learn English.
yeah, very good, of course. So you make, of course. But of course, you can say great. But I think this one actually, we use endeavor when we want to emphasize or attempt. So that is a strenuous effort. So lot. So actually, it emphasizes or attempts. So you don't need. So for example, uh, I make every endeavor to learn English. So because it means I try too much. So of course you can say great, but if no, it's okay. Well, and for example, you can use best. I make my best endeavors, for example, to speak fluently. So best, another actually word that can be used to emphasize it if you want to use it. Okay. Well,
My daughter
yeah,
today, yeah, this year uh, my daughter is grade 12, so she have to make her best and endeavor
of course.
to pass the exam
Of
or
course.
um,
Yeah.
to apply it to or to achieve a scholarship.
Yeah, that's perfect. So she tried very hard to do it.
Okay.
So that, yeah, of course, that means. So if you endeavor to do something, you try very hard. So that's, and you can use best, first. Okay, so, but great, of course, it can be used, but I don't know. I don't prefer it. Okay, outcome. So you know that consequence, result of something. So outcome, that is a consequence or result of something.
A result. Effects.
So when we do something and we need to think about its consequences. When we make decision, we need to think about its consequences or outcomes. And I'm hopeful that the outcome would turn out to be satisfactory. So, well, have you ever done something without thinking about its outcomes?
Everything I do, I have to think about outcome.
Okay,
Yes.
of course. So you, of course, you would consider outcomes,
Consider
positive,
outcome.
negative. Of course, it can be
Yeah.
positive, negative outcomes. Well, so let's have a look at these words again.
Always, I often consider outcome or how to make the sentence with outcome. I always consider about the
About
outcome.
no, about no. So I normally consider the consequences of what I say and what I do. So I always consider, I always think about it. So whether they're positive or negative, whether they affect people positively or negatively. So I always consider the outcomes and or the consequences of what I say or what I do.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay. Dilemma.
so let's have a look at the words again. Dilemma, overwhelm, traumatize, endeavor, and outcome. Do you want to use them or pass?
Yeah, perhaps I will make it later.
Of course. Well, okay, we have some adjectives. So some of them are familiar, so you know them, like frustrated, embarrassed, and disappointed, and anxious. You know that stress means anxious, creative, worried. And this one, that is awkward. So awkward means uncomfortable, unsure. So in manner, of course, I mean. So uncomfortable or unsure. And spontaneous, of course, if you are a spontaneous person, it means you tend to do things impulsively without planning. So because when we say spontaneous, it means sudden. When something happens in a sudden way without a lot of thought or planning. So this is spontaneous. If you are a spontaneous person, you tend to do things impulsively, like, without planning. So some people, of course, just they are really adventurous. I want to do this and I do this. So without thinking about it too much. Well, so let's have a look. Do you have any questions about these words? So nervous and amused are here. So if you have any questions about the meaning of these words, because I think we talked about them, but it's like,
No, I understand all
of
the meaning.
course you do. Okay, well, So, how would you feel if you were asked to do something that you are uncomfortable with? Choose adjectives that best describe your feeling in the box or your own ideas. So really, how would you feel if you were asked to do something that you're not comfortable with? First of all, would you accept or no, refuse?
Mm-hmm. Um, I I was embarrassed. Mm,
Embarrassed, of course, embarrassed.
embarrassed. I was embarrassed and anxious.
Yeah, of course. You
Um,
would be, just because we are talking about a hypothetical, not real, unreal
uh-huh.
situation, so it's better to use I would. So I would feel anxious, or I will, for example, I would be embarrassed. I would become, for example, embarrassed, or I don't know, anxious. Well,
I could become embarrassed and anxious
yeah,
when someone asks me to talk about something I don't have knowledge about it.
yeah,
I don't prepare well
yeah,
about
of
it.
course.
Yes. And
And yeah, and
mm, I would be angry if I recognize my husband tell a lie.
so you would be annoyed. You would be
Mm,
annoyed or angry if your husband lied you. So that
yeah,
is
yeah,
really important. You know that this is second conditional. Second
yeah.
condition, that is on the real. So first clause, that is main clause, past simple. Second one, would and base form of verb. So if
Okay.
he lied, I
If
would be.
if my husband lied me, I would be very angry
Perfect. Yeah, of course.
and disappointed too.
Yeah, disappointed. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Just let me say something about your first sentence. You use that. For example, that I don't have knowledge about it. When you use that, you don't, because we use who, where, when, WH words or that, when we want to omit and we don't want to repeat subject or object. So that I don't have any knowledge about. It should be omitted. We don't need it anymore. For example, I don't want to talk to someone who I don't know. Know him or her, no, just who I don't know. So this way you can use it. Okay, and let's keep going. Okay, well, you said very angry. Of course, is okay. You can use it, but you can also use furious. So if you want to use a better word, you don't want to say very angry, you can say furious.
Curious. Yes.
Of course, means very angry. Well, okay, and now, so find the correct noun of those adjectives from the previous side, then check. Okay, so for example, what is this? It's not really clear. Okay, so, okay, let's find them. So, frustrated. What is the noun for
Frustration.
frustrated? Of course, very good.
Frustration. Yeah.
Of course. And
Embarrass.
yeah,
Embarrass. Embarrass. Embarrassment.
yeah.
Embarrassment.
Yeah, of course, embarrassment. Yeah. Okay,
Embarrassment.
very good.
Yes. Disappoint. Disappoint. Disappointing. Disappoint.
Disappointment again.
Disappointment. Yeah.
Of course.
Disappointment.
Of
Yeah.
course. Wow.
Fascination. Fascination.
Yeah, of course. Fascination, of course. And
Creation.
yeah,
Creation.
of course. And awkward.
And anxiety. Anxiety.
Anxiety, of course. Very good. Anxiety in this
Aw-
one.
Awkwardness. Awkwardness. Yeah.
Awkwardness, of course. And
Uh,
worried.
Worriness.
Of
Worriness.
course. Very good. And
Angry.
angry.
Angry. Um, um, Angry. I forgot.
Anger. Anger.
Anger.
Yeah, of course.
Anger.
Yeah.
Spontaneous. Spontaneous.
Ness.
Spontaneous.
Spontaneousness, of course. Yeah.
Spontaneous.
And amused. Amusement again.
Huh? What?
Amused because we have it here. It's yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Cannot.
Yeah.
I cannot see it. Amusement.
Amusement and nervous. We have nervous here. Again,
Nervous.
nervous.
Nervosity.
Nervousness. Yeah,
Nervousness.
of course, nervousness. Okay.
Mm.
Well, for example, it's really difficult to hide your nervousness. So you can use it this way. Well, okay, so as you can see, meant, nas, and like ety, anxiety. Okay, let's complete the sentences in the quiz with the correct noun or adjective form. So let me make it bigger. Okay, now you can see it better. People often comment.
On the, people often comment on my spontaneousness.
Of course, just here, okay, so you can say itty, spontaneity, or ness. Both are okay. So you can use. Okay. Well, the next one.
My greatest frustration are related to my relationships rather than money.
Yeah. My greatest frustration, of course, very good. And the next one.
When I was younger, I was awkward in
Awkward, of
social
course.
situations, but
Of course.
not anymore. Yeah. I was awkward in social situations, but not anymore. I get a lot of amusement from being with children. Yes, amusement.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I
Amusement.
often feel white.
Yeah.
This. Um, I often feel quite disappointed in my friends.
Yeah.
For me, anger is a complete waste of energy.
Yeah.
Complete energy. Yes, I suffer from nervousness.
Of course. Nervousness, of
Large,
course. Very
yeah,
good.
in
Of
large
course.
groups. I suffer from
Yeah.
nervousness in large groups.
Yeah.
I often feel intense anxiety in lives.
Of course.
I often
Anxiety. Of course, in
anxiety.
elevator. Yeah, of course. So, and
Anxiety.
you can say I have. For example, when speaking, okay, we say I have. For example, oh, I need to go. I have anxiety. So it's okay. If you want to use verb, we normally use it. It's okay.
Yeah.
Well, and Let's keep going. Okay. So add 2 more sentences to a quiz using a noun. Okay. So you tell me about, I don't know, when you have anxiety, you feel anxious, or for example, about the time that you feel nervous.
You asked me
Of course,
when
tell me about,
when I
yeah,
feel anxious,
of course,
anxious.
anxious, or for example, nervous.
Mm-hmm. Mm, um, yeah, I have experience about this. Last year, mm, my son had a detention,
Yeah,
and the principal called me. I have anxiety all day until um, I went to school and meet the principal
yeah,
of the school. Yeah, but
yeah.
yeah, yeah, I
Yes.
haven't
Of
been nervous.
course.
I don't know. I don't know what he did
Oh,
in the
at the school, so of course you feel like a bit curious and anxious. Yeah, at the same time, yeah.
yeah. You
Of course,
see, he brought uh, knife a knife to school. He he
what?
brought a knife to school, but
Ah,
that's uh, it's a toy.
it's toy.
Yes,
Oh,
it's a toy, but it's very sharp. Sharp.
of course.
It's sharp.
A
Yes,
toy, but
and it's
still dangerous. Yeah, sharp one. Yeah,
dangerous. Yeah, but
yeah.
just a toy. Well, yeah. But the teacher called me. Your son dropped a knife.
Oh,
Oh, I don't know. It's a toy because I saw that toy at
ah,
home.
of course.
Yeah, yes. But yeah, I go to the kitchen. I went to the kitchen and I I check which knife and
Yeah,
were not there. Were
yeah,
not at home.
yeah.
Which knife? I have only three knives.
Yeah, I
And I
know
have been
how
in
you
the kitchen.
felt that moment.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I
so I don't know. I think it's a real knife.
yeah,
Yeah,
of course,
but
and
it's a
that's I
toy.
know how you felt because that moment, of course, we are not able to like, something that realize what's going on. It's like, okay, it wasn't real, really. Just, we can't think about, okay, it was a toy one. So yeah, I know it's really, I think it's really stressful moment, like that moment. Yeah, of course, after that, a bit awkwardness and like this, it's okay. Just yeah, they do this, so it's normal. Okay, well, so okay, to introverts who've been told to get out of their comfort zone. Okay, so let's see what we have. Okay. Uh So let me find if we have a listening. I think we have. So there's some, we have a reading. That's good. So what causes the dilemma for the introvert? So let's read and answer the questions. Okay. So could you read
The
them, please?
first,
And then, yeah.
the questions in the previous line
Yeah,
and
it's
the
like,
answer here.
for example, what causes
What
the
caused
dilemma
the
for the introverts?
dilemma for the introvert? And I find the answer in
So
this
you can
answer.
see, you can use the suggested answers. So,
Ah,
and
yes.
tell me if you want to
Okay.
add something, if you agree, so you can read and the fact that they know they need to get a little bit uncomfortable to grow. However, when other people tell them
Other
to get
people
out,
get out of there. comfort zone, they often want them to get a lot uncomfortable, to do things that seem slightly challenging but terrifying to the introverts.
So what do you think? Do you think it's a good actually reason
Yes,
that why actually it's a dilemma for them, like, what causes dilemma, just, to step out of their comfort
yeah,
zone?
they don't know, they cannot choose between the two choices.
Yeah,
Dilemma, dilemma,
dilemma, of
dilemma,
course, dilemma. And
difficult choice.
yeah,
Introverts can get out of their comfort zone, but having your friend by your side so that they don't feel completely overwhelmed. Everyone's comfort zone looks different.
yeah.
Everyone's comfort zone looks different.
So they can, okay, let me ask you, because actually the question here is here,
Hmm.
they can't or they don't want. So that's really important. Do you think they can't? It's something characteristic, like, they can't or they don't want. Because they are introvert, they try to keep themselves to themselves because they enjoy. So which one?
I think they don't.
They don't. Yeah. So, and the next question, okay. Uh, According to the
Okay, the
article, what
question
does expanding your comfort zone mean? So you can
comfort zone means
set.
comfort zone is blending our comfort zone is a is all about being open to looking at things differently.
Yeah, of course. So expand, like, maybe try to experience new things, like, the expand step. Yeah, of
Explore the
course.
new things, try to do new things.
Yeah, of course. And what is the moral of the dating story that writer mentioned? Of course, we don't have it here. That's really interesting. We have nothing about reading, just we have answered.
Mhm, mhm.
That's really interesting. So
The
what really?
moral of the
Yeah.
story is that you don't have to get out of your comfort zone to grow and be awesome. A little zone expansion will often to do uh, will often do the trick. A little zone expansion will often do the trick.
Do you agree? I don't.
Mm,
I don't think that if you want to, just not a little zone expansion, no. If you want to actually, get out of your comfort
yes.
zone and you want to try new things, you need to
Mhm.
take risk. So,
Yeah, you will to
yeah,
take risks. But
of course.
the sequence is
Yeah,
um, better or exciting.
yeah,
Maybe the result, the outcome
yeah.
is like everything's good.
Yeah. It's like, to get out or step out of your comfort
Get
zone,
out of the
step
comfort
by
zone.
step is perfect. So I do agree.
Mhm.
Not suddenly, like, for example, okay,
Mm.
I want to change everything. No, step by step, little by little. But when you say, okay, just let's do this because it works, no, I don't think. So we need to expand it. So we have a circle, a closed circle around us.
Mhm.
So I need to enlarge it, make it bigger.
Okay.
Yeah, and that is expansion. So for example, in my the closest circle around me consists of my family members, for example. Okay, now I think it's better to enlarge the circle. So the next step, let's add one friend. Again, another people. But if I say that, okay, just enough. I added one more person to the circle. No, it's not enough. So it's not the meaning. So I don't agree with this one. Not at all. So I don't agree. It's not good idea, I think. Well, let's answer this question, okay? In your opinion, what is possibly outside an introvert's comfort zone? So you can use this. So which one?
Possible outside an introvert's comfort zone. Think and talk things out. Confront a stranger. Attend a network event. Travel to an unknown place. Dive into a new business and make it
Dive
happen.
into means to start working,
Yeah.
for example, on a project. Yeah, of course. Yeah, dive into a new business and make it happen. So which one?
Maybe think by talking things out.
Of course.
Talk it out. Yes.
Yeah, of course.
And attend a network event.
Yeah, of course, networking to try to actually communicate people, strangers maybe. So, of course, I do agree with you. Well, okay. And we have another question. This one, that is, and this one. Could you please think about them if you have time? So this one, what is, oh no, this one. Okay, this one. Do you think that stepping out of comfort zone and expanding the comfort zone can have the same effect on us? So stepping out or expanding. So could you please think about it and write your answers? And the next one, do you agree that introverts are better off by not stepping out of their comfort zone? So these two questions.
Do you think that forcing someone to step out of his or her comfort zone will bring a positive outcome to his or her?
So it's like, yeah.
What do you force someone? If you are forced to do something, I think it's not good.
Yeah. No, of course, no, it's not good. But actually, I want you to, because, you know, we have three questions. This one, and now after class, I will send them this one and this two. Of course, you can choose one of them, you know, just pick one of them and answer. And think about them and write your answer about 3 lines. So for each question, just 3 or 4 lines is enough. Okay, so if you can do it, that will be great. And send me your answer, then I can check them, okay?
Okay, yeah.
Well, so I will send you the questions.
No questions?
Okay, well, thank you. It was really good time with you again. Thank you so much and have a wonderful day.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
Have a good night.
Thank you.
Have
Goodbye.
a sweet dream. Sweet dream.
Of course. A bit early, but no, of course. So thank you so much.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
bye.
Goodbye. Goodbye.